Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Patriot Ridge Farm. It's Mike, and yes, the mud is still excessively persistent. We're tired of it, but that's what we live with this time of year. So I just finished feeding the pigs, Pee-wee, the two girls. I have to separate them because, well, quite literally, food dominant pigs over there. So I get them fed first, and then I bring Pee-wee's bowl out to him. So he's standing here eating. Boris is up there chowing down. It's amazing, the mud. It's ridiculous. It really is. So hopefully next week, we're supposed to have a mix of rain and snow the rest of this week. Today's Wednesday. So I think next week, I think the high one day next week is 17. I think it's Monday or Tuesday with a low of 9. So the mud will freeze up, thankfully. But of course, eventually it'll fall again. So I just want to update you guys on a couple little things. So we made a decision on the meat chicken that we're going to try this year. It's called a Freedom Ranger collar yield. And yes, I know they don't grow as fast as Cornish cross. They're a couple weeks behind them. But the collar yield, from everything that I've read and asked about, is it does have a touch of heritage in it. So you get a more yellow skin and a more stronger flavor of chicken with this breed. So we're going to try them. We don't know. Everybody's individualized in what they like and everything like that. They're great foragers. I can still run them in a tractor, so we ordered 60 of them. Of course, they're going to come near the end of June, so we're going to get a late start this year and probably only going to do one run. And that's just because of everything else we got going on right now. With this weather and the mud, there's been absolutely zero progress on the high tunnel greenhouse. We're actually talking about another project here that won't involve pretty much anything for us. Instead of building the building here between the equipment shed and the chicken coop, we may go ahead and look at just doing a garage and having that as we need it. So but we'll see how that plays out finance wise and see how the economy kind of falls into play here. And along with that, we did order, so we're going to be starting microgreens here real soon. We ordered all of our equipment and stuff from Bootstrap Farmer. It's a bit more pricey than it is just off of like Amazon or some of the cheaper stuff, but this stuff is real heavy grade plastic and it's going to last a lot longer. So if you're going to invest in something like that, go with the better product is what, you know, we kind of agreed on. We've got our seeds, we've got our soil, and we got everything that we need to get started. We're waiting on the lights to get here. Now, we did not go with any particular grow light. We just ordered 4-foot LED shop lights. And according to everything that I read and watched, you can use those just as fine because you're not looking for full growth out of those. You're just looking for microgreens about yay tall. Here, I'll use that finger here. So we've got the rack set up in the basement. We've moved a couple things around. We're trying to get other stuff down in the basement, trying to get organized and everything, finish the bathroom down there in the near future. So I really need to do a dump run. But I'm not about to pull a dump trailer up here and try to even remotely think about getting it in the yard near the house without creating much more of a mess. So maybe on the day that it freezes, I'll get it up here. I also need to go get firewood, and I need to go this Saturday on another feed run for the pigs, get another ton of feed. So pretty full schedule. Work's been keeping me busy. It's probably going to get a bit busier coming up. So, you know, usually I start everything at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or when I get off work anyways, but I'm probably going to have to go spend some time in the office coming up. So that's going to kind of take away, and with the low light and everything that we have throughout the day, I mean, there you go. That's about the best we've got at this point. So good possibility I may be feeding my flashlight. Wouldn't be the first time, nothing major to deal with. But anyways, so when the microgreens get here and we start to plant and everything, I'm going to show you guys that. I'll get you caught up on that. Maybe spur a little interest in some microgreens at home. Good stuff. Gives you a chance of having some good fresh stuff during the winter time that you can grow right in your own home. You don't need sunlight. You don't need $1,000 grow lights. And like I said, we're going to do it in our basement with 4-foot shop lights on a rack, and it'll be fine. So anyways, that's the update right now. We're still way deep in the mud here. I did sneak up and was able to get in and feed the piglets today before they actually came up the hill. They were making their way up when I jumped in the pen there and started feeding them. So I didn't get knocked down in the mud again and have to walk home in my muddy sock. So wind's blowing pretty good. With electric went out like 3 or 4 times last night, and then once this morning. Thank goodness for some home standby generator. That makes things much nicer. But we'll keep you guys up on everything that's going on. I'll get a video out here real soon on the microgreens, and as soon as we get a decent day, I want to get on the other part of the property down here and get a video on it and show you guys how it is, because supposedly in the spring all that's going to change. So we'll see. Anyways, get and stay prepared, stay free. God bless you all.